Lovely.
Whatever they
What
need.
else? What else have we got, Tina?
Right, here we
Anything
go. So
exciting, interesting,
here we
challenging?
go here. Oh, here we go. So apparently you talked about automated emails. Can you signpost me to an efficient system?
Yeah, it's over there. Yeah, well, again, what I was talking about, just to give it some context, was making sure there was nothing in the process. There were no gaps. Nothing could fall through the cracks. Yeah. So as much as possible, automating things. So we use a couple of systems. On a website, we use Wix for a website. We're not using WordPress, we're using Wix, but Wix have really improved and upped their game in the last 3 years. So they've got these great tools. So if you've got a Wix website, I think Squarespace will have the same. And you can get there's little programs that on WordPress that will automate emails. So I can't give you anything specific, but we use Wix. We also use ClickFunnels, and ClickFunnels has got its own backpack automated process. You might want to have a look. So I'm only pointing in this direction. I don't know if there's anything there. You might want to check out AppSumo. Okay, so AppSumo is a website where people that have developed small pieces of software programs, a wide range of things, they put them on there, and then they kind of like do a bid, do these promotions, a bit like Voucher, whatever it was or is, where they might go, we're going to give you a lifetime deal for this program for $60. Yeah. Have a check of that, because there's some really good programs that come out there. I mean, we've got a really good CRM system and process system that cost $80. I cannot believe it was so cheap. That enables us to track all sorts of things, do project tracking. It's got CRM as part of it. It's got a knowledge base for $80. It was absolutely ridiculous, but it was a one-off lifetime deal. Yeah. So go and check that out. And they're really easy to use now. I remember when Infusionsoft first came out. So Infusionsoft is one you can check out. HubSpot will be another one. You can have a look at that. But when Infusionsoft came out, oh, seriously, you needed a degree in logic to work out how to just send out a simple email. So answer to the question, check your website where it's hosted. If it's on Wix or Squarespace, you'll have the ability there. Go and check out AppSumo.
The next one here says, I'm a work in process with regard to referrals, and I'm researching this. Networking seems to be key, but how to keep it cost effective and manageable?
I'm not sure why networking is key. It can be. Yeah, it can be. Cost effective and manageable. Okay, so here's the thing. Who was I talking to? Oh, yeah, I was talking to someone the other day, and we're talking about Douglas Adams' Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And, the number 42, which is the answer to the question, what's the meaning of life, the universe, and everything. Okay. So, okay, this is a bit of a convoluted answer. Okay. I'm going to see how many loops I can get into this. The answer was 42 to the question. And when the question was set, the computer said, I can work on this. I can give you the answer. When's it going to be done? Well, it's going to take a while. Anyway, millions of years later, it came up with the answer.
42.
And the relatives of the initial people that asked the question were there. And the computer said, I've got an answer, but you're not going to like it. And the answer was 42. Okay. And they said, I think the problem is you didn't ask a really good question. Okay, so what's the best question? Well, you're going to need a better computer than me to work that out. So then they decide another computer, right? Anyway, so we were having this conversation. We were talking about how do you work out the answer to a problem, to a solution.
Yeah.
And it reminded me of, I think it's called the Turing-Holding method. That might be wrong, but it's to do with Alan Turing. Bletchley Park.
Yeah, I
and
do.
the Enigma. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, someone said to him, how long is it going to take for your computer to work out the problem? Anyway, he went away and came back about 2 years after the computer worked out the problem and said, I can't tell you. He said, I've worked on this, right? So he said, the only way you can know how long it's going to take to resolve a problem is by resolving it. And then you know how long it's taken. Okay.
Yeah.
The only way you know how long a computer is going to take to come up with the answer is to let it work it out and then come up with the answer. And you go, that's how long it's taken. Yeah. So how effective is networking? You got to do it and see how effective and cost effective it is. Okay. How effective is Facebook ads marketing? Well, you've got to run some experiments and see how effective the experiments are. Yeah. So it may not be the answer someone wants. But the thing is, you got, and this is why I think it's so important to take some time and slow down and go, where's my energy going to go? So if you talk about referrals, if you are somebody who's sociable and you like going and meeting people over a warm glass of wine at a networking event, and you kind of just love that anyway, and you enjoy that, and you know you're going to be interested in people, then go there and you'll build up connections. Is that going to turn into business? We don't know. Go and find out. Well, the thing is, though, Tina, it does. Yeah,
it does. No, I know it does.
It does for some people.
In the beginning, I did in the beginning. I joined groups. I didn't do the whole breakfast meeting thing, but I know Gloria did. Gloria went to lots of breakfast meetings. She met lots of people, which got her into companies doing lunchtime sessions in companies and various other things. She met all sorts of people that way. I did a few, and I did okay. I didn't really enjoy going out in the evening to meet all these stodgy old business people that I had to be sociable with.
But that's the thing. Yeah, you may be social, but if you don't enjoy it, it's not going to be something where you're going to be consistent with it. So, yeah, in terms of referrals, look, one of the best ways to get referrals is from an existing client.
Yes.
Okay. You don't need to go and network to get an existing client. You got an existing client. One of my clients, he sells really high end, does really high end garden design. So it's £60,000 plus for a garden now. Okay. When we first started coaching, it was 25,000. I told him it was too cheap. He went, oh, no one's going to pay for this. Now you do not get a garden for anything under 60 grand. Okay.
Yeah.
But what they do is they produce a beautiful, high quality coffee table book of the story of your garden. Okay. So he's a gold medal Chelsea winner. Yeah. And these books are unique. And he gives them 2 or 3 of these. Yeah. And that brings in a whole stream of clients, as well as the garden. Yeah. People have dinner parties. We go, this is amazing. Yeah. So he's not offering Marks and Spencer's vouchers. He's not offering anything like that. No. But he's doing something to remind people of who he is and what he's about. In fact, we were talking about this because I was saying we could probably come up with 150 other ways to get referrals. Yeah. Let's maybe explore a couple, but they've got to be this way. They've got to be high end for him. Yeah. It works. Yeah. And he said, I take the book idea and I give it to all staff that leave. And I went, what? He said, no, when they leave, most people just go, okay, you're leaving. Bye. Thanks for the time. He said, I really appreciate the time they've been with me. So I give them a book